going to talk about logic statement. Ano ba yung logic statement? In English subject, may tinatawag din po tayong statements, command, questions, and opinions. Though in mathematics, meron din po specifically in mathematics in the modern world. What is logic statement? Logic statement, it's a declarative sentence which conveys information. It's either true or false, but not both true and false. Always remember po na pag logic statement ang ating pinag-uusapan or statement, nagbibigay po ito ng information kahit po false yan as long as nagbibigay siya ng information. So let's give some example para malaman talaga natin kung ano yung logic statement.
X squared equals 25. 5 squared is equals to 25. This is true. 2 squared is equals 25. It's false because 2 squared is equal to 4.
Example A. Florida is a state in the United States. Florida is one of the 50 states in the United States, so this is true and also a statement.
Another example is Mickey Mouse was the first animated character to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's a statement. Kahit hindi naman natin alam na kung totoo nga yun, kung si Mickey Mouse daw ang first animated character na naka-receive ng star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, or hindi man siya totoo, it's a statement. Kasi nga, a logic statement, it's a declarative sentence which conveys information. Binigay niya yung information. And it's either true or false. Pwede daw siya maging tama or mali, pero hindi siya pwedeng maging tama at mali. Whether each sentence is a statement. Number 1. 2 squared is equals to 49. Is that a statement or not a statement? Okay, number 1 is a statement. Even though 2 squared is equals to 4, but in the given mathematical equation, 2 squared is equals to 49. It's false or mali yung mathematical equation na ginamit sa number 1. So, it's a statement because sabi nga, even it's false, you can call them statement. But if it's true and false, it's not a statement. Okay. Do you like to read? Number 2 is not a statement because we have 4 kinds of sentence: the question, command, opinion, and the statement. So, number 2, obviously, it's not a statement because it's a question. Okay, number 3, I answer the question. Number 3 is a statement. Hindi mo man alam kung totoo yun or mali, but he give the information to you and it conveys you. That's a statement. Next, number 4, open the door. Okay, obviously, as like the number 2, we have a kind of sentence: the question, command, opinion, and the statement. So the number 4, obviously, it's not a statement because it's a command.
Simple statements is a statement that conveys single idea. These statements are represented by a capital letter A to Z. Compound statements is a statement that contains 2 or more ideas or at least one simple statement as a component along with a logical operator or connectives. Simple statements has only one subject and predicate, while the compound statements has 2 or more independent clauses consisting of their own subject and predicate.
Have the example of simple statement. Number 1. Mathematics is full of solution. The subject is mathematics. Full of solution is the predicate. Example number 2. The power of imagination make us infinite. Power is the subject and infinite is the predicate.
Statement. Compound statement is usually put on a multiple lines with one statement per line. Examples of compound statement. The first one is, you can call me at 10 o'clock or you can call me at 2. The second one is, if you're going to the beach, then you should take the sunscreen.
George Ball is an English mathematician, built a method of symbolic logic in 19th century. He used symbols such as P, Q, R to represent simple statements, and the symbols, as you can see, these symbols represent connectives. Logic, connectives, and symbols. These symbols represent a mathematical statement. If the statement is not P, the connective is not. The symbolic is not P, the statement is negation. P is the representation of statement. Example, I will go to school. That is the example of a statement. Next, P and Q, the connective is N. Symbolic is P and Q. The type of statement is conjunction. P or Q, the connective is OR. Symbolic is P or Q, the type of statement is disjunction. If P, then Q, the connective is if, then the symbolic is P, if, then Q, and the statement is conditional. If the statement is P, if and only if, the connective is if and only if. The symbolic is P, if and only if Q. The type of statement is biconditional. This table is called logic, connectives, and symbols.
Welcome to negation of the statement. But first, what is negation? Negation is the action or the logical operation of negating or making negative of something. Remember, negation is negating or making negative. For example, the negation of the statement of today is Friday is today is not Friday. As you notice, we use tilde symbol to denote the negation of a statement. If the statement P is true, its negation tilde P is false. If the statement P is false, its negation tilde P is true.
Here are some examples. Peter is a pet lover. What is the negation of this statement? Peter hates pets? That is wrong. The correct is, Peter is not a pet lover. Remember, we are just negating the statement and we are not able to say the opposite of this statement.
Another example, 1 plus 1 is equal to 4. What is the negation of this statement? 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. That is wrong. The correct is 1 plus 1 is not equal to 4. Remember, we are not just negating the statement and we are not able to correct the statement.
Further example, all the houses have light at night. What is the negation of this statement? All the houses do not have lights at night. That is wrong. The correct is, there exists at least one house which does not have lights at night. Remember, negation is not literally making opposite, especially if it talks about group. We are just negating or denying the statement.
I hope everyone already know how to write the negation of a statement. Let's learn and study math. It's fun.
Hello everyone, I am Judith Estrada and today we will discuss to you our new lesson which is all about compound statement in symbolic form. But first, let us know what is compound statement and symbolic form or symbolic logic. Compound statement is defined as a sentence that consists of two
examples on how to write compound statements into symbolic form. The parenthetical expressions, and conditional. These compound statements consisting into two parts. So the statement here is, she is happy answering math problems and wants to enjoy the weekends. The first statement is P, and the end is conjunction, so I use this symbol. And the second statement is Q, so I use this symbol to connect these two statements. P, conjunction, Q. That's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Chenelene Sarturio. I will discuss the example of compound statement and symbolic form. But first, let's answer the symbolic form, the compound statement. We have P and Q here. Let them represent the following statement. P for she is wealthy, and Q for she is happy. Now, to write it in a symbolic form, let's just say we have this statement in symbolic form. And we're going to translate it into the English compound from the given, the simple statement. What we do now is use our little math skill so we can translate the symbol into something more understandable. But first, we have this symbolic form: negation for not, conjunction for and this conjunction for or.
Hi guys, this is Ira Fe Oafericua speaking, and I will continue the discussion about the symbolic form of the compound statement example. So, in number 1, if we distribute the negation symbols inside the parentheses, the equation will turn into, so our statement will be, she is not wealthy and she is not happy. While in number 2, our statement will be, she is not wealthy and she is happy. Now, I will give an example of compound statement in symbolic form. Let again the P, Q, and R we added to represent the statement. P for I failed the course. Q for I study hard. And R for I passed the final. So, as we have the sample statement, we can have this statement. I do not fail the course if and only if I study hard and I pass the final. To translate it into symbolic form, we must identify first the statement to our compound statement. We can get these symbolic operations: negation for not, by condition for if and only if, conjunction for and. So, this is our compound statement translate to symbolic form. Because of the use of the dominance of connectedness, which is if and only if, we can put or group our Q and R with the help of the parentheses. That's all for our topic compound.
Logic statement, conditional and biconditional. Conditional statement can be written if in P then Q form or if P Q form. It can read as if P then Q or P implies Q. In
represented by FP then Q or PQ. P is called antecedent and Q is called consequent. Example, if you don't get in that plane, you will regret it. If you don't get in that plane, that is the antecedent. You will regret it is the consequent.
So now, I will discuss the truth table of conditional. As we can see, this is the truth table of conditional. This will serve as our guide, and always remember that the truth table of conditional is always constant. If P is T, Q is T, P implies Q is T. If P is T, Q is F, T implies Q is F. If P is F, Q is T, T implies Q is T. If P is F, Q is F, T implies Q is T. T plus F equals F. Always remember that. That is the only rule we must remember in implication in conditional statement. Example, construct a truth table for P and yung sign ng conditional and not Q, or P implies not Q. So since we have two proposition, gagawa tayo ng 4 na row. So therefore, the first thing we do is to find the not Q or the negation of Q. To find it, we must remember the opposite or kabaliktaran ng Q. So eto na ngayon. Yung P magiging F, F magiging T, T magiging F, and F magiging T. So for conditional, gagamitin natin is the truth table of conditional to answer the given. So titingin tayo ngayon sa P, which is sa first column and not Q sa third column. So kapag true, false, ang sagot is false. Pag true, true, ang sagot is true. Pag false, false, ang sagot is true. Pag false, true, ang sagot is true. So, eto na ang summary ng truth table na given sa example.
Biconditional statement. It is the logical statement used to conjoin two statements P and Q to form the statement P if and only if Q, where P is known as the antecedent and Q is the consequent. This is abbreviated as P if Q. For example, the polygon has only 4 sides if and only if the polygon is quadrilateral.
So what is the truth value of biconditional? So as we can see, katulad ng truth value of conditional, ang truth value ng biconditional is constant. Meaning to say, andyan siya, nakalagay na kung ano yung truth value and hindi siya nababago. So let us look at the table. As you can see, we have the P, Q, and P if and only if Q. So kapag true si P and true rin si Q, the answer is true. Kapag si P is true and si Q ay false, ang sagot ay false. At kapag si P naman ay false at si Q ay true, ang answer ay false again. And kapag parehas false, ang answer is true. So as you can see, sa conditional, isa lang ang answer na false. Pero dito sa biconditional, we have two false. And yon is kapag ang isa sa kanila ay false, meaning to say, ang answer na is false. So yan ang truth value ng biconditional. So let us apply our learning to the first example, which is construct a truth value for P implies Q if and only if not P implies Q. So what are we going to do? First, kukunin muna natin yung table for truth value ng conditional as well as biconditional para sila yung maging guide natin. So hindi mo siya kailangang maghanap pa ng value, ang kailangan mo lang i-memorize. So let us look at the third table. As you can see, we have 2, 4, 6 column. So the first one is the value of P and the next one is the value of Q. And then, anong susunod nating hahanapin? Yung value ng not P. So, sa not P, ang gagawin natin is papalitan lang natin yung P, yung kabaliktaran. So, kapag si P ay true, ang magiging not P ay false. Kapag true si P, ang not P niya ay false. Kapag false si P, ang not P niya ay true. At kapag false ulit, ang not P niya ay true. So, what's next? Ang isusolve na natin ay etong P implies Q. So, i-disregard muna natin yung pangalawa, yung merong not P implies Q because we're going first to solve for P, not Q. So, titingnan lang natin siya sa truth value. So, kapag si P ay true at kapag si Q naman ay true, ang P implies Q niya ay true. And kapag si P ay true at si Q ay false, ang answer ay false. And kapag false si P at si Q ang true, ang answer ay true. At kapag parehas false, ang answer ay false. So, meron na tayong P implies Q. So, for now, tingin na tayo sa ating panglimang column. So, andyan ang not P implies Q. So, let us look on the third column and the second column. So, not P and Q. So, as you can see, si not P ay F at si Q ay P. Ang answer niya is true. Kapag si not P naman ay false at false din si Q, ang answer niya ulit ay true. At kapag si not P at si Q ay parehas true, ang answer niya ay true ulit. At kapag si not P ay true at si Q ay false, ang answer ay false. So, for now, hahanapin na natin yung value ng biconditional. So, titingnan natin sila parehas. So, kapag parehas na true and true, ang answer ay true. Kapag false at true, ang answer ay false. At kapag true and true, ang answer ulit ay true. At kapag true and false, ang answer ay false. So, that ends for our example about construct a truth value for P implies Q if and only if not P implies Q. So, we use the truth value of conditional as well as the truth value of biconditional.